For many men, sex drive is more than just a biological urge, a fleeting impulse. It's deeply intertwined with their sense of self, their confidence, and their overall zest for life. It's a fundamental aspect of what makes them feel vital and connected. It's a silent barometer constantly measuring and reflecting a man's inner landscape of health and vitality. It subtly communicates the state of his physical and emotional well-being. When libido is high, it's often accompanied by a surge of confidence and a boundless feeling of energy. There's a sense of capability and drive that permeates all aspects of life. But when it drops, when that inner fire dims, it can trigger deep concern and a cascade of unsettling questions. This concern often extends beyond just the physical, touching upon anxieties about health, the stability of relationships, and a fundamental sense of self-worth. It can lead to feelings of inadequacy and disconnection. The conversation around male sex drive is often narrowly reduced to a matter of hormones, a simple equation of testosterone levels. But the real driver, the conductor of this complex orchestra, is the brain. It's the central processing unit that interprets and orchestrates desire. Mental and emotional states, the intricate tapestry of thoughts and feelings, ultimately dictate desire, often overriding purely physical factors. This connection between mind and body is far more profound and influential than most realize, shaping our experiences in ways we often underestimate. Ignoring mental health when addressing libido is like trying to fix a car by only focusing on one small component. It's like only checking the gas tank while neglecting the engine, the transmission, and all the other vital systems that keep it running smoothly. This video will delve into the powerful ways that stress, anxiety, and depression can impact libido. We'll explore how these mental and emotional burdens can dismantle libido, eroding desire and leaving you feeling disconnected. Understanding this intricate link between mental well-being and sexual desire is the crucial first step towards finding real, lasting solutions. Remember, a drop in libido is usually a symptom, a signal that something deeper needs attention. It's not a personal failing, but rather an invitation to explore and understand the underlying causes. By learning to read these signals, by becoming attuned to your own inner landscape, you can begin to address the root cause of the issue. And in doing so, you can restore not only your desire but also your overall sense of well-being, leading to a more fulfilling and connected life. Sex drive, or libido, is your mental and emotional desire for sex, not just the ability to perform. It's driven by brain circuits in the hypothalamus and amygdala, which process cues and regulate hormones. Testosterone makes these circuits more responsive, but dopamine, the motivation molecule, is just as crucial. Libido naturally fluctuates with health, sleep, relationships, and especially mental state. It's not about always being in the mood, but about having a system that responds to the right conditions. Persistent low libido is usually a sign that your brain is prioritizing survival over pleasure. If your mind is stuck in threat mode, desire takes a back seat. Understanding this helps normalize ups and downs in sex drive. The real issue is when low libido becomes chronic and distressing, often a sign of deeper mental strain. The link between mental health and sex drive is direct and neurochemical. Your brain and body constantly communicate, with mental states triggering hormones that affect everything, including libido. The autonomic nervous system has two branches: sympathetic, fight or flight, and parasympathetic, rest and digest. Sexual arousal requires a shift into the parasympathetic state. Chronic stress, anxiety, or depression keeps you stuck in fight or flight, flooding your body with cortisol. High cortisol suppresses testosterone and libido. You can't will yourself into desire if your brain thinks you're in danger. Low libido is a physiological response to mental overload, not a character flaw. The solution lies in learning to regulate your nervous system and mental health. Stress is the most common libido killer for men. Acute stress can sometimes heighten arousal, but chronic stress, work, money, relationships, destroys it. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which diverts resources away from reproduction and suppresses testosterone. It also blunts dopamine, making pleasure and motivation harder to access. The result, anhedonia, or the inability to enjoy things, including sex. Stress keeps your mind distracted and your body exhausted, making intimacy feel impossible. When you're drained, sex feels like another task, not a source of pleasure. Low libido in this context is an adaptive response, not a malfunction. Your body is simply trying to cope with unsustainable demands. The key is to address the stress, not just the symptom. Anxiety, especially about sexual performance, is a major libido killer. Worrying about erections or pleasing a partner triggers adrenaline and fight or flight. exactly the opposite of what's needed for arousal. Anxiety pulls you out of the moment and into self-judgment, turning sex into a test you fear failing. Over time, the brain links sex with fear and shame, leading to avoidance and even lower desire. Anxiety can cause both low libido and erectile dysfunction, often feeding into each other. The anticipation of sex itself can trigger anxiety, creating a vicious cycle. Avoiding sex to escape anxiety only reinforces the problem. The solution starts with breaking the cycle of fear and self-criticism. Depression acts like a dimmer switch, lowering libido by disrupting the brain's pleasure and motivation circuits. Anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure, is a core symptom, rooted in neurochemical imbalances. Fatigue, poor sleep, and low self-care further sap energy and desire. Depression distorts self-image, making intimacy feel impossible or pointless. Negative thoughts and emotional numbness create barriers to connection. Even antidepressants can reduce libido, though they may be necessary for recovery. The key is open communication with your doctor to find the right treatment. Depression's impact on sex drive is real, but it's treatable. Addressing the underlying mood disorder is essential for restoring desire. Don't ignore the mental health side of the equation. We often think of libido as a purely physical drive, but the truth is far more nuanced. Real-life scenarios show how mental health profoundly shapes libido, sometimes even dictating it. It's not just about physical attraction, it's about the intricate connection between mind and body. Let's consider a few examples. The overwhelmed professional. He's constantly juggling deadlines, meetings, and responsibilities. Work stress leaves him mentally exhausted, leaving little energy for anything else. Sex feels like another chore, another item on an endless to-do list, rather than a source of pleasure and connection. Then there's the anxious newcomer. He's stepping into a new relationship, eager to please but plagued by self-doubt. Performance worries trigger anxiety, creating a mental block that makes it difficult to relax and enjoy the moment. This anxiety sabotaging desire and creating a cycle of avoidance. Or consider the quietly depressed father. He's struggling with underlying sadness and a sense of hopelessness. Emotional numbness and fatigue rob him of his vitality and zest for life. This can drain all motivation for intimacy, even in a loving relationship, leaving him feeling disconnected from his partner. And finally, the post-conflict partner. He's caught in a cycle of disagreements and misunderstandings. Unresolved arguments create emotional distance, building resentment and eroding trust. This making genuine connection and desire impossible. In each case, low libido isn't about attraction or masculinity. It's not a reflection of his worth as a man. Instead, it's a reflection of mental and emotional overload, a sign that something deeper needs attention. These stories reveal that sex drive is a mirror, reflecting the overall state of well-being. It's a mirror of a man's whole life, not just his biology. Addressing the root cause, whether it's chronic stress, underlying anxiety, persistent depression, or unresolved relationship conflict, is the only way forward to reclaiming a fulfilling and satisfying intimate life. Recognize the pattern, not just the symptom. Don't just focus on the lack of desire, look deeper at what's driving it. Your mind's state is the gatekeeper of your desire. Healing starts with understanding what's really going on beneath the surface. Change the story, address the underlying issues, and you can change the outcome, paving the way for a healthier and more vibrant, intimate life. When facing challenges with your mental and sexual well-being, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But remember, every journey begins with a single step. Understanding the problem is step one. It's about acknowledging the issues, identifying the root causes, and gaining clarity on what needs to be addressed. This self-awareness is crucial for creating a targeted and effective plan for improvement. Once you've identified the problem, action is step two. It's not enough to simply understand what's wrong, you must actively work towards solutions. This involves setting realistic goals, breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps, and consistently taking action, even when it feels difficult. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the key. Improving mental health almost always improves libido. The connection between our minds and bodies is undeniable. When we prioritize our mental well-being, we create a foundation for a healthier and more fulfilling sex life. Addressing issues like stress, anxiety, and depression can have a profound impact on our overall sexual health. First, manage stress. Chronic stress can wreak havoc on both your mental and sexual health. It can lead to decreased libido, erectile dysfunction, and difficulty reaching orgasm. Therefore, effectively managing stress is a crucial first step in rebuilding your mental and sexual well-being. by activating your parasympathetic system. This is your body's natural relaxation response. When activated, it helps to lower your heart rate, reduce blood pressure, and promote a sense of calm and well-being. There are several techniques you can use to activate your parasympathetic system, such as deep breathing exercises, meditation, and yoga. Try the physiological sigh. This simple yet powerful breathing technique can quickly calm your nervous system and reduce feelings of stress and anxiety. It's a great tool to have in your arsenal for managing stress in the moment. 2 sharp inhales, 1 long exhale. This technique helps to reset your breathing pattern and promote relaxation. Repeat this several times throughout the day, especially when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Prioritize sleep. Adequate sleep is essential for both mental and sexual health. When you're sleep deprived, your body produces more cortisol, the stress hormone, which can negatively impact your mood, energy levels, and libido. 7 to 9 hours nightly. This is the optimal amount of sleep for most adults to function at their best. Aim for consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends, to regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. With a consistent routine and minimal screen time before bed, create a relaxing bedtime routine that helps you wind down before sleep. This could include taking a warm bath, reading a book, or listening to calming music. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light emitted from electronic devices can interfere with sleep. Exercise regularly. Physical activity is a powerful tool for improving both mental and sexual health. It releases endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects and can also improve your energy levels, self-esteem, and body image. Resistance training and cardio. Both types of exercise offer unique benefits. Resistance training helps to build muscle mass, which can boost testosterone levels and improve libido. Cardio exercise improves cardiovascular health, which is essential for sexual function. Both support hormone balance and mood. Exercise can help regulate the production of hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and cortisol, which play a crucial role in sexual function and mood regulation. Consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need to spend hours at the gym to reap the benefits of exercise. Even a short regular workout can make a big difference. Move to regulate stress and boost confidence. Find activities you enjoy and that fit into your lifestyle. Whether it's walking, running, swimming, dancing, or playing sports, the key is to find something you can stick with long-term. Eat a nutrient-rich diet. What you eat has a direct impact on your mental and sexual health. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein provides the nutrients your body needs to function optimally, with enough zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D. These nutrients are particularly important for sexual health. Zinc is essential for testosterone production, magnesium helps to regulate stress hormones, and vitamin D plays a role in mood and energy levels. Open communication with your partner. Talking openly and honestly with your partner about your feelings, needs, and desires is crucial for a healthy and fulfilling sexual relationship. Reduces pressure and builds intimacy. When you feel comfortable communicating openly with your partner, it reduces the pressure to perform and allows you to connect on a deeper level. If you suspect anxiety or depression, seek professional help. Mental health conditions like anxiety and depression can significantly impact your sexual health. If you're struggling with these issues, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Therapy and medication can be life-changing. A therapist can help you identify and address the underlying causes of your anxiety or depression, and medication can help to regulate your mood and improve your overall well-being. Small daily habits create the foundation. Building a solid foundation for mental and sexual health requires consistent effort and attention to your daily habits for both mental and sexual health. By prioritizing your mental and physical well-being, you can create a positive feedback loop that enhances both your mental and sexual health. Don't chase quick fixes, focus on sustainable change. There are no magic pills or overnight solutions for improving mental and sexual health. It's a journey that requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to making sustainable lifestyle changes. Your brain and body are deeply connected. Remember that your mental and physical health are intertwined. What affects one affects the other. Heal one, and the other follows. By addressing both your mental and physical needs, you can create a synergistic effect that leads to greater overall well-being. Take the first step, and momentum will build. Start with small, manageable changes and gradually build from there. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Your libido is a sensitive indicator of your mental and emotional health. Low desire is usually a signal, not a failing, that your brain is overwhelmed. Understanding this connection replaces shame with clarity and action. Science-backed habits. Breathwork, sleep, exercise, communication can restore both mind and desire. Healing is a process, not an event. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. If stress, anxiety, or depression persist, seek professional support. Your vitality and desire are recoverable. By caring for your mind, you reclaim your well-being and your life.